Okay. So how did you manage to get locked out of your dressing room? Or locked it? Well, take it again.
All right.
Miss Howes, how did you get locked inside your dressing room? I thought the show must go on.
Well, what happened was the catch for the lock jammed, and the door is made of steel. And I started banging on it and saying, you know, let me out, let me out. Nobody heard. So I have a telephone there, and I thought, well, maybe I should phone the stage door and say, this is Sally Ann Howe speaking. I'm locked in my dressing room, but they would think it was a practical joke. So I was banging away, and finally they heard me. And they said, well, get you out. Stay there, stand away from the door. So they got a big hatchet, you know, that they use for the fire. And they started hammering at the door, and the paint went all over the place, nails and hooks and my clothes and everything. And they finally hammered it out a hole like that for me to step through. But it took 10 minutes. So the show stopped completely, and Steve Lawrence had to ad-lib. And he told them all about what had happened. He said I was locked in my room, and then he told them about the night before, which was very exciting because we had Mrs. Johnson and Linda come and visit the show. So finally I got on the stage, and some of the company said to me, well, we have Mrs. Johnson Wednesday night, you locked in the dressing room Thursday night, what are you going to do tonight for an encore? So I hope I can get on safely.
You don't have any plans for anything spectacular tonight, do you?
I've been trying to think of something, but I can't. Can you?
No, not offhand. Did you miss much of it by the time you got on stage?
We had held the curtain 10 minutes, or, you know, stopped the play cold for 10 minutes. And I must say I'd like to have it happen every night. I've never been so welcomed by an audience. They were lovely. They cheered and everything and said, oh, welcome back, you know. It was very good.
The only one that minded the interruption was you, then?
Well, it was kind of nerve-wracking because it was in a room with no windows, no form of escape except through the steel door. And, you know, if you are used to going on at a certain time and waiting for your cue, and there's nothing there, you know, and there's no way of getting out, it can be pretty scary.
It must be a horrible feeling to hear your cue and then to miss it and know that you're...
Oh, yes, but I luckily go out early anyway, and I wait around in the wings until... So we have 2 or 3 extra minutes, but 10 minutes is a long time on the stage. I was very lucky we had Steve Lawrence because he was going into a whole routine. I think he did his nightclub act.
Did you ever have any fears that you wouldn't get out at all?
Oh, well, I did. I had a whole series of thoughts. I thought to myself, well, I wonder whether they pay you just for sitting in your dressing room all evening. And then I thought to myself, well, I guess I'm never going to be on. And I thought, how are they going to get the understudy dressed in time? What's going to happen? A whole series of thoughts. And I must say I was greatly relieved it didn't happen with Mrs. Johnson in front. That would have been very embarrassing, you know. But anyway, all's well that ends well, I guess.
Did you enjoy meeting Mrs. Johnson?
Well, I have had the privilege before. I sang at their home, and I have met the President and Mrs. Johnson before, so it was very nice to see her again.
A little more pleasant than last night's experience, I guess.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I hope I never go through this again.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Okay, Jake.
All right,
All right, well,